We're going to challenge the team, go out there, put on a worthy display against the, a PSG side. I think they've won the Champions League in their save. But can we get out the group? Or are we destined for the Europa League? What's going on, guys? My name is Adam. I am a Super Swan. And welcome for episode 12 of the FM20 Campus to Champions. We going into the last Champions League group game against PSG, and we have to win if we stand any chance of qualifying for the round of 16. We have confirmed a Europa League place, so our European adventure this season will continue, but is it going to be in the Europa League or is it going to be in the Champions League? And we have to get a win against a PSG side that haven't lost in this group. But we are at home. We're at the Philips Stadion, so we will have to get a win if we're going to reach the next round. We also have to hope that AC Milan get a result against Leverkusen, because if they draw and we win, we'll both be on 9 points. And I think it goes then on head-to-head, which we would more than likely, we would lose, because we've lost both games against Bayer Leverkusen. So we need a win against PSG and a Milan win against Bayer Leverkusen. I'm not banking on it, let's put it like that. But we'll have a look at the schedule since you last left us. We had the 4-0 win over Milan and the 1-1 draw against Groningen. We smashed Helmond Sport in the first round of the Dutch Cup. We put our B team out. It was an absolute hammering, although it was only a second half hammering, because the first half, we just didn't turn up. But we did beat NEC 3-0, Matrinsky, Buchenhorn and Hadji grabbing the goals there. We had a smash and grab win against AC Milan, Alisson Klaus grabbing the goal there. And after that game, we were in the Champions League places. We were in the top 2. We did drop more points though against Heracles in the league. Sadly, like I say, we keep on drawing our away games, but we did take a Bowadu equaliser to get that point there. We did beat Go Ahead Eagles 2-0. Ki Yanahuva from centre-back scored both goals. Very impressive performance from him. And then we had the Bayer Leverkusen game, which we were so unlucky to lose that game. All the goals happened in the last 15 minutes. We were all over them. We were dominating the possession. We were dominating the stats. They scored the first goal. Hadji danced around the team to get an equaliser. And I honestly thought, because if we'd equalised, we would be in the top 2. But then they scored a 90th minute winner. And it was almost very similar to the first game we showed on camera where they won 1-0. It was a game where it was very back and forth and we were very hard done by to lose that game. But we did follow it up with 3 consecutive wins in the league. One against VVV Venlo, Bowadu grabbing the winner. A 3-0 win over Feyenoord, Buchenhorn and Hadji winning the goals there. And our latest away game was against NEC with Azakan, Bowadu and Ekkelkamp grabbing the goals there. So without further ado, let's get this game underway. We need to beat PSG. We need Milan to beat Leverkusen. This is the lineup. We got Hermoso in goal. Leeson, Cisse, Van Drogelen and Dumfries at the back. Klaus and Charpentier in the middle with Hadji, Matrinsky and Tempo on the right-hand side. Buchenhorn starting up front. And Buchenhorn has done very well recently. I'm hoping that he can bring it through to get a big game performance against a very strong PSG side. Look at their team. They got Grimaldo, Marquinhos, Arthur, Fati from Barcelona, Sterling. They've got a regen up front, Benjamin Kolovic, which if you look at him, he's an absolute machine up front. Look at those stats. We could buy him for 257 mil though, if we wanted to. But we've got a lot of work to do if we're going to get the win today. We're going to challenge the team, go out there, put on a worthy display against the, a PSG side. I think they've won the Champions League in their save. But can we get out the group? Or are we destined for the Europa League? 7 minutes in, a throw in for PSG. They are the heavy favourites, even if we are at home. but we need something from this game. We need a win if we're going to have any chance of getting through to the next round. Like I say, even if Bayer Leverkusen draw against Milan, it won't be enough. Tempo dances around the team. Couldn't get the shot away, but at least we have had a shot. Good early signs. Coming up to half-time, and AC Milan are in the lead against Bayer Leverkusen, and we have had all the shots in this game. Baczynski crosses it for Hadji, but PSG do clear it away. I mean, 14 shots, 8 on target. PSG have only had 3 shots all game. It is all PSV. Baczynski tries to shoot. Tempo's one-on-one, and Hadji passes it back, and Buchenhoren has put it in the goal. And we are ahead against PSG, and the way the results stand, we will be through to the round of 16. Tempo shoots, saved by the keeper. Hadji unselfishly passes it back to Buchenhoren. We are 1-0 up against PSG. I'm going to dial it back to positive as we've got the goal we need. And like I say, AC Milan 1-0 up against Bayer Leverkusen. We are 1-0 up against PSG. I'm going to give a passionate, I'm happy with the performance, keep it up, and everything is going right. The stars have aligned. Can we hang on for 45 minutes? 65 minutes in, very quiet second half. Tempo's on a 6.4, so I'm going to bring Azakan on for him. Klaus is also not having a good game out there, so I'm going to bring Klovig on for him just to mix things up. I think there's been no change in the Milan Bayer Leverkusen game. We need everything to stay as they are. 85 minutes, still no highlights in this second half. I got one more sub to make. Who's it going to be? I think Baczynski's looking a bit tired, so I'm going to bring Regia on. And like I say, I haven't seen the score in the other game. I'm pretty sure it is still 1-0 to AC Milan. And we are on our way into the first knockout round of the Champions League. We've dominated PSG in this game. It has finished 1-0. But what was the score in the other game? If we give a passionate, that was really special, a top draw performance, did it finish that way? Milan won 2-0. They beat Bayer Leverkusen 2-0. And PSV are in the knockout rounds. A result that was highly unlikely has actually happened. PSV qualify for the first knockout round. We are not in the Europa League. We are through to the first knockout round. They are very pleased the team has reached it. And look at that group. We have pipped Bayer Leverkusen to the post by 1 point. And that is, just desserts for Bayer Leverkusen, as the both games we played against them, we should have won, and they stole 2 wins away from us. So we could have very easily topped this group if we'd got those wins. But it doesn't matter now. We've relegated Leverkusen into the Europa League, and PSV will be going into the first knockout round. Okay, we're second seed, but at this point, we've done better than we did last season. A brilliant performance from the boys. So I think we do get a Champions League knockout round draw to see who we're going to get in the next round. We will have to wait a little while longer for the Champions League draw, as it happens the day after our league game against FC Twente. So I will show you the league table, and Ajax have thrown away their lead since you last left us. They were unbeaten last time out, but they've lost 3 games now, and they've all been against lower opposition. So what that's done is given us a chance to catch up, and they've recently lost their last game as well. So if we win today against FC Twente, we will go within a point of Ajax at the top of the league. So now is going to be the time to strike while the iron is hot. And this is going to be the lineup I'm going to put out for the league game. It's an unchanged lineup. I'm not changing the team, apart from maybe adding a few more players to the bench. So Bougerine and Van Putten can go on the bench. And we'll put Glenn Green on the bench as well. So an unchanged lineup for the team that got that win in the Champions League. My only concern is that it's away from home, and we don't do the best away from home. I am in 2 minds of changing the tactic we go away from home. This game will be a good indicator as to whether or not I do switch it up. So I'm going to tell them, I have faith in you. Go out there, make the difference. So we'll win today against Twente, and we can go within a point of Ajax at the top of the league. 13 minutes in, Buchenhoren makes his way into the box. Leeson from left back. Short pass to Hadji. Finds Charpentier. Lovely short pass in here for PSV. As I said, that tries to spoil the tempo, but doesn't quite get through. Charpentier. Buchenhoren, and Mikel Buchenhoren gets the first goal. A bit out of nowhere, but I'll take it nonetheless. And PSV are 1-0 up in this game. It all starts, I think, from a missed interception, cleared away, and Charpentier, I think, picks it up and plays it into Buchenhoren. First time shot, top corner, lovely goal. 1-0 up inside 14 minutes. 21 minutes in, second highlight of this game. Klaus wins the ball. Cisse does end up having it, as Hermoso plays it short. His first touch always gives me a bit of a worry when he touches the ball. But they've won it back, FC Twente, and we've won it. Machinsky, goods in the box, one-on-one. But he can't get the shot away. Almost got the counter-attack there from PSV, and we are really dominating this game. 7 shots, 5 on target, 54% possession. We are taking the game to FC Twente. They are 12th in the league, and Tempo thinks he's playing rugby as he went for 3 points. Coming up to half-time, still only 1-0 to PSV, and we are still on top of Twente. But then we've been in this position before. I think we do need a second goal, because this is how the away games tend to go, is that we get the first goal, and then Mohamed Hadji just runs around the team and gets goal number 2. So we're not going to worry about what's happened in the last games, because in this game we have found a second goal, and it is Mohamed Hadji getting that second goal from the left-hand side. He dances around the defender, dances around the second, gets the shot away before the third defender can even get a foot in, and we are now 2-0 up in this game. I was going to say that usually the way these go is that we dominate the first half, get 1 goal, and then we let them in right at the end. So I'm going to say, do not get complacent. The job is not done yet. And I can see Klaus is again on a 6.5, as is Tempo. Both players didn't play very well in the game against PSG, so I think Tempo is going to be the man to make way, and we will bring on Azakan from the bench. A straight sub on the right-hand side. Can we get some more goals and get within that 1 point of Ajax? As we get a highlight 49 minutes in, Klaus loses the ball, but Hadji should pick it up. That's a foul. That is going to be a penalty. It's going to VAR. It is confirmed. And Klaus, I think, is probably going to have a chance to step up from the spot and get himself a goal here. He is playing quite poorly, so maybe a goal from the spot will give his confidence something to go on here. It's a straight red card as well. Twente are now down to 10 men. And it is Klaus from the spot. He hits the post. Why are you standing still, Klaus? You should have followed that up. If you'd have followed that up, it could have been a goal for you. But instead, you sort of just stood there. Just stood there like this going, why did that not go in? Klaus, what are you doing? You're coming off, mate. You're a 5.9. You are coming off. We're going to bring clothing on for you. So, we've brought off Klaus. 2 very poor performances from him in this game. But we're still 2-0 up. 63 minutes. We start from our right back, Dumfries. Gets the ball back from Azakan, keeping it short in the defensive third. Like I say, we are on top. I mean, Twente have only had 2 shots all game. They're down to 10 men. I would say this game is pretty much wrapped up at this point. Hadji, back to Leeson in the box. Azakan puts it in. It is 3-0 to PSV. Game over. And like I say, that is going to put us within a point of Ajax, who, like I say, they've just absolutely self-destructed in the last 4 or 5 games. It has opened the door for us to catch up after our sort of early season misfire in form. Azakan puts it in. 3-0 is now the score. Corner, 70 minutes. Hadji puts it in the box. Header from Buchenhoren. Goal number 10 for the season. 4-0 is the score at PSV here. We're playing in green That's what it is. It's the green kits. It gives us good luck as Hadji whips it in. Header from the corner. Goalie can't touch it. 4-0 to PSV. 80th minute, we got one more sub to make. And I think it's going to be either Layson or Dumfries. I think Layson's going to be the man to make way. Goosens can come on for him at left back. All 3 subs made. 4-0 up. We are cruising. 82 minutes is going to start from Dumfries. Charpentier, ball in the box. Hadji with a header. It is goal number 5. We are absolutely routing FC Twente. And you know, I mentioned about potentially changing the away tactic. I think we're alright. I think we're pretty good. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're down to 10 men, but we are putting in a good performance. Ruthless performance from PSV. And we are now 5-0 up. Nowhere near offside. Free header. Easy. As we get a kick-off highlight, 83 minutes in. Poor FC Twente, they've only had 2 shots all game, and they're the home side. They're going to be refunding their fans at this rate because they've just watched their team get absolutely slaughtered by PSV. They're passing it round the back, all the way back to the goalkeeper. Oh, it's a mistake! Buchanan almost pounced on the mistake. As 84 minutes, we are still putting on the pressure on Twente. Hadji headed to Hazakan and Buchanan got himself a hat-trick. I'm pretty sure, yeah, it is a hat-trick. Hazakan did well to header it down. Very unselfish from Hazakan. And we're now 6-0 up. Klovig, does he cross it? No, he gives it to Hadji. Hadji crosses it. Hazakan heads it down. Buchanan headers it in. Lovely move from PSV. 6-0 up. Coming up to full time, this game was never in doubt at all. From kick-off, I think we've dominated this game. And we've got around about 60 seconds left to go. And we just need to make sure we don't concede a silly goal to give ourselves a clean sheet. And that will put us ahead of, well, we've got more goal difference than Ajax. And more importantly, we are within a point as Buchanan just scores again for fun. 7-0 the score now. He scored 4 goals on his own. I am worried as he's just picked up a knock. So I'm hoping that that's not going to put him out for too long. As Dumfries puts it in, Buchanan beats the defender. Near post. Goalie should have saved it. But we are now 7-0 up. And I think that does put time on this game. FC Twente absolutely destroyed. Very pleased with the result and the performance. It could have been 8 if Klaus scored his penalty, but he just couldn't do it. So, yeah, a 7-0 win. 7th heaven for PSV Eindhoven. Buchanan stubbed his toe, out for 5 to 9 days. I think we'll be alright for 9 days as he's out. But a very good performance from him. And if we look at that league table, there's the confirmation. 1 point behind Ajax in the race to defend our Eredivise title. We are still unbeaten as well. So 18 games in, still unbeaten. And hopefully, like I say, last season we were unbeaten for a very long time. And then towards the end, we just absolutely fell apart. So hopefully this time round, it's not going to be the case. So what we're going to do now to end the episode, we're going to do the Champions League knockout round draw. Champions League first knockout round draw. And as we finish second, we are not seeded for this. So we will have to go up against one of the seeded teams. So our potential opponents are Arsenal, Chelsea, Barcelona, Inter Milan, Liverpool, Manchester United. We can't play PSG because we had them in the group, or Real Madrid. So it doesn't really matter which of those teams we get, as they're all massive sides. Obviously, we have experience playing Chelsea. We have experience playing Barcelona from Champions League last year. And Liverpool knocked us out of the Europa League last year as well. So 3 teams in there we are familiar with. But the likes of Arsenal, Inter Milan, Man United, Real Madrid, we haven't played them before in this save. So we're going to do an automatic draw. Who comes out first? Is it seeded or non-seeded? Well, we're first out. Who are we going to get? It is Arsenal. So PSV were the first team out of the hat. We are going to North London to go up against Arsenal. We'll have to check on Arsenal, see how successful they've been in this save. But, I mean, look at it. There's 4 English sides in this. 5, is it? Is it 5? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there's 5 English teams because Liverpool won the Europa League. So they got 5 English teams in the knockout round for the Champions League. So that kind of shows how strong England are getting on in their coefficient. But the other ties, I try to say ties and legs at the same time there. So the other ties is PSV Arsenal, Sporting Liverpool, Juventus Real Madrid, that's a good game. Atletico Man United, another big game. Man City Inter Milan, Lyon Barcelona, Bayern Munich PSG, that's probably the pick of the ties. And then Monaco against Chelsea. So we now know who our opponents are going to be. It is Arsenal, who, let's have a look, how they've been getting on. So they won the league last season. They got Carlo Ancelotti in charge. So they are a team up on the rise. So Arsenal fans, you have finally won a league title. You haven't won one for a while, but you've won one now. So we will be going up against last season's Premier League champions in the Champions League. So how does that fall into our schedule? Let's have a look. So I think what we'll do, we'll come back for Ajax and Arsenal. 2 very big games in next episode. Ajax are closest league rivals. And then the first leg against Arsenal in the Champions League. And it's a home leg as well. So we do have a chance to try and get a good result before we do go out to North London to seal the deal. So big episode next time out, guys. We will be playing Ajax in a top of the league clash, along with our first leg of the Champions League knockout round against Arsenal. But leave a like if you enjoyed, guys. Subscribe to the channel for more Football Manager 2020 content. We will be uploading Campus to Champions every Monday, Wednesday and Friday, 6 PM GMT. And tune in next time as we have back-to-back big games as we play Ajax and Arsenal. Thank you very much for watching.